Meanwhile, another Democratic candidate, South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg, who is gay, is seeing some protests in Iowa. Last night, a heckler yelled Sodom and Gomorrah during the middle of the mayor's speech. And today, someone posing as him was seen whipping a man dressed as Jesus Christ. Now, we want to show you how Buttigieg responded. Listen.
You know, I think when you're in politics, especially at this level, you're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly, and the peculiar. And that's just part of how it works, and you got to be prepared for that. Look, the next president is going to have to confront things a lot more challenging than being interrupted or having to talk over a little noise at an event. So it may be irritating, but it's also part of the landscape.
So, James, you know, a recent poll shows that about 70% of Americans say they are okay with a gay presidential candidate. But how do you see the issue playing out in the rest of the campaign? Can an openly homosexual candidate become president in this day and age in the United States?
Well, it really, the sea change there, it is amazing. And you're right, that poll shows 70% of people would be okay, say they would be okay with an openly gay president. You know, I think that there's been a sea change in how Republicans talk about this, too.
Right.
A couple years ago, people really were outspokenly saying, let's roll back gay rights. After the Supreme Court decision was handed down, you saw a move away from talking about opposing gay marriage to talking about religious liberty, protecting the rights of people who don't support gay marriage to not make things like wedding cakes for gay couples. And the way that you've seen Republicans react to Mayor Pete's candidacy, I think really is telling, because no one, you know, in the mainstream is saying, this isn't okay. They're focusing on other issues. They're focusing on the religious liberty example. Even Mike Pence, the vice president, Buttigieg has tried to kind of pick a fight with him on some of these gay rights issues. And Pence has kept it very focused on faith and religious liberty. And that really says a lot, even in the Republican Party, about how much the conversation surrounding the LGBTQ community has changed in the last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years.
Well, that's almost where the only sort of legal recourse for that argument exists, as we saw with the cake maker in Colorado, correct? So they have to sort of grasp on that, as it were. All right, James Hohmann, we thank you so much for your time and your expertise.
Thanks, Tanya.